Please stand up.
Now, please welcome the show for bloody good Kiwis across the country.
It's time.
Hey, time for This is Bhuja with Lee Hart and Jason Hoyt.
It's the Daily Bhuja, most people would know. They're the stars of the very own radio show. There ain't no other, I'm not sad to say. So stay under the table, cause they've been drinking people under for days. Keep on talking if they don't like what they hear. They'll have a guts full and dispose it right between your ears. Smooth talkers, they got the gift of the gab as far as mum's concerned.
Well, this is the awkward part because this is where Jace kicks in, but he's seemingly not here, which is
well, that's right. Well, the Night Wolf's here. I'm here myself, Lee Hart, here on Bhuja. We're at the helm, I suppose you could say.
Yeah,
and it's going to be a good show. More details on where Jason's shortly, but to tell you what, mate, we've got a massive show. Luckily, we've got a lot in the a lot of content, you would say, in the content files.
Absolutely. It's would you say it's the midterm election special?
In a way, I've been paying attention to that. I can't make sense of it yet, so if anyone knows what the heck's going on, text 3483 about that or anything else. Look, today we're doing the greatest files. Who was the greatest boxer of all time? We want to find out who was the greatest Formula One racer of all time. What snacks are the best? Are we talking cheese balls, burger rings?
Cheese balls, like the crunchy ones.
Rations. Yeah. Vote now on that 3483. We'll be talking slacks and chinos. What's the difference? All this and more coming up on the show. What else is coming up, Matt?
These are all good questions. There's a lot of admin. It's a good amount of admin. We've got the Wheel of Chicken, obviously. It's Wednesday.
Well, that's not really admin. That's more sort of entertainment.
Well, yeah, bit of both, really. Arctic Monkeys tickets they're on sale now. No, the tickets to the gig in March.
Okay,
so we've got a double pass to give away to that. Tickets to Big Boys Toys.
Muse.
We're going to be doing chucking people in the door to see Muse in Houston, which I think the Democrats are winning at the moment, not to confuse things.
We're info on Jace very shortly. Here's a bit of music to kick it off. Text 3483, where the hell are you?
Bhuja with Lee Hart, Jason Hoyt and Loco de Noche, the Night Wolf on Radio Hauraki.
As MGMT Electric Feel on Radio Hauraki, 4:05, it's Bhuja Lite today. Lee Hart and Matt Ward here. Someone just texted in saying, hey lads, I'm sitting down listening to your dribble right now. That's great stuff.
That's right. And also, hey fellas, just parked outside Radio New Zealand office on the terrace in Wellington. Give us a mention. And it's Banger Cam. Okay.
Great stuff. There's some bloody good deals going for the Warriors season next year at Mount Smart.
Funny you should say that. I was at the supermarket yesterday, just by the pet supplies section, and a guy comes up to me and goes, hey, this is Countdown. He goes, Wackachangi, here you can get Wackachangi. And I said, yeah, not here though, over in the booze section. So we went over there, and he got himself a couple of boxes, good price of course, and then he came back over and said, another thing, you work on radio, any way I can get hold of some Warriors tickets?
Well, what are the bloody odds? Because we've actually got a season pass for you and a mate to give away. We're going to give it away on the show on Friday, but if you just register at hauraki.co.nz. Did you tell them to do that?
I said, look, listen to the radio today, and we're going to have an amazing deal, and that must be it.
There you go. Yeah, well, if you can get them yourself, $199 for adults or $49 for kids, which for the adults, it's like $16 a game.
Pretty cheap entertainment.
12 home games, whether or not Sean Johnson will be there, but all the details at hauraki.co.nz for that 2019
season. That's money well spent. A lot more deals coming up. It's this time of year. I was talking to Mike Lane about it. I said, how come we've got so many offers out on at the moment, which is great. He said, it's this time of year. People love offers.
Exactly, and the beautiful thing is you can win things on the radio and use those as Christmas presents for people that you really can't be asked spending money on.
We might as well kick off with the greatest of all time. Matt, what shall we start with here?
Cheese balls?
Snacks, yeah.
Snacks.
Like what do you call those type snacks?
Hors d'oeuvres?
No, just chips. I'm going to go with...
Chip and dip.
I'm going to go with rations for me.
For the greatest snack ever?
Yeah, of the last 5 years.
Right.
Rations and...
what about cheese balls? They're quite similar.
If you want to say cheesels, say cheesels.
It's very much a Republican Democratic. There's a swing vote there, isn't there?
That's what I'm saying. Rations for me, it's a fine line. Cheesels, you can get too much of a cheesel.
Yeah, they're a little too progressive,
Yeah.
really, for the more conservative snack eater, I suppose.
Let us know, 3483. Burger rings.
Well, it's more like an independent type thing, isn't it?
A lot of votes coming in on this already.
Really opening up.
Give you the results in about 5 minutes.
Really opening up a can of worms here. While we tally the votes, here's a bit of Smashing Pumpkins today on Hodaki. It's the Smashing Pumpkins today on Radio Hodaki. Bhuja Lite, Lee Hart, Matt Ward here. Jace not here. I think he's actually taking this midterm elections quite seriously.
He
and
is.
He's at home watching
Now,
CNN.
I'll tell you what actually has happened. Jace's daughter has had a scooter accident.
And it's not one of these.
I don't think it's one of these e-scooters, but it's a, and she's all right. Her leg's pretty bad, but so Jace is spending time with her, which is cool. So I said, "Hey mate, stay home. We've got this. We've got this," and that is where we are. So big ups for Matt and I, really, at this point. But
Really stepping up.
And thoughts for Jace and his daughter, of course, as well. They'll be fine. Hopefully, listening to the show.
I actually realise how manly Jace sounds doing his bits here, because I feel like a little boy stepping into a.
Yeah, mate, but
The
it takes
baritone
years. It takes years to get a voice like Jace. But the more important issues here, cheese balls making a real big comeback. Spicy tomato munchos, remember them?
Yeah, vaguely. Not as much as I remember the more famous Popper Jack.
Yeah, a lot of people are going for the is it Pepper or Popper? Popper Jacks.
They're the ones that stick to your tongue.
Ration still right up there, but plenty of votes to count still.
Is the cheese ball just a blanket terminology for all these things, or is it a
No,
specific?
there's a specific cheese ball. Cheese ball is a specific snack. Popper Jacks again. Again, these are too tight to call at this point. Around about the time that the election in the States wraps up, we'll have some good results here.
Could we do a side poll of the scenarios that people are in when they want to eat these sorts of snacks? Because they seem like the kind of thing.
Horses for courses, you mean? Like,
Yeah, when you're possibly under the influence of certain herbal.
a lot of these would probably come under the category of food you purchase at a gas station.
Yeah, but what I'm going for is, why are you purchasing this food? Are you completely baked?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, that's going to come into it for sure.
Because unless you're 8 and unless you're stoned, I'm not sure too many people outside those two. I may be wrong, but I'm not sure too many people outside those two specific areas would be buying these.
Well, this is why you're lucky you don't have kids, you see, because if you have young kids, kids parties and stuff, this sort of stuff's flowing around the house the whole time. We've got whole bags of the big bag, and inside there's like 20 little bags of rations and stuff that the kids can take in the lunchbox.
Like a little Russian doll scenario of rations.
That's right. You come home steamed one night, you go through about 14 or 15 of those little bags. Talk about broken-hearted kids in the morning. They get up, try to make their lunchboxes. You're asleep on the lounge floor with chip packets all over the room.
And they've got to deal with that for the next 14 days as well. 'cause
That's going to affect them long term.
It would. Your chance to see these guys live in Houston coming up soon. That's the latest from Muse. Pressure on Hodaki.
Barbecue Doritos making a quick comeback.
It's a bit of split ends, Icy Red on Radio Hodaki. It's Bhuja Lite.
Tim Finney, a huge fan of this show. Good to get him in here, actually. I know Neil's a huge fan and he's been in often, but how about we get Tim in at some point?
Yeah, well, Neil came in and he broke his toe, didn't he? He was in there.
Yeah, we kicked a speaker, but great to get Tim in here as well, balance things up a bit.
Broke his laptop and his guitar.
Hey, interesting, the fellas came back. I saw Joe Jury out there, online Joe, on web Joe, and made me think, the guys came back from Japan the other day.
Yeah.
And I noticed they brought a whole lot of stuff back with them, gifts and contraptions for the studio. They brought back these sort of wireless iPhone chargers, these artificial vagina things that you can, pocket vaginas that you can use for sexual gratification. So anyway, I went home last night and I tried one out, actually.
What, the vagina?
No, the wireless iPhone charger, and it was interesting, actually.
Oh yeah. How did it go?
I had no idea. I was using the artificial vagina at the time. I couldn't keep track of it. But no, it's I don't know who would use that kind of thing.
Probably people who can't really aren't socially good with ladies?
No, the iPhone charger thing. I mean,
Oh,
why,
right.
why wouldn't you just use a normal one?
Maybe the cord thing doesn't. I don't know.
We might have to get Joe in here to explain some of the stuff he brought back. On the artificial vagina front, yeah, I mean, I suppose if you're home alone, you could use that. And, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. They sell them, that we know it's better than...
Seems like a weird segue, but we've got a fridge full of meat to give away. That was
a pretty good segue, really.
Yeah, it's quite seamless. So if you give us a call now, we can put you in the Noel Leeming Clearance Centre Summer Meat Raffle.
Well, I think the question you want to ask there, at your house, do you have a fridge in the garage full of meat or full of beer? Do you want one? Do you want an extra fridge, in this case, full of meat?
Yeah, because you can win a Fisher & Paykel 373-litre fridge and a 35-kilo quarter beast meat pack. And the old Noel Leem Clearance Centres are in Glenfield, Penrose, Henderson and St Luke's, and we'll just go to... Do you want to pick a...
Yeah,
I'll
pick one here. Seeing Jace is from Rotorua. We'll go to Brendan, who's in Rotorua. Here we go. Hello, Brendan.
Greetings.
G'day, mate. You well?
Oh, awesome, mate. I'm good.
See how it went to you. Are you in Rotorua at the moment?
No, I'm in Taupo today.
Are you? Oh, nice.
in Taupo.
What's it like down there at the moment?
Warm.
Nice. I've got a mate who's going out fishing there this weekend.
No, not this weekend.
Okay, all right. Well, there you go. Look, how does it work? We just put you in the drawer, is it?
Yeah, have you got a secondary fridge, Brendan?
My fridge died, so I need a new one.
I see. Do you like meat?
Love meat.
Brilliant. This is sort of a two birds, one stone scenario. We'll chuck you in the... we'll give you a raffle ticket for this meat raffle.
Awesome.
Well,
Thank you very much.
The Noel Leeming Clearance Centre. You are welcome, Brendan. Hold there, we'll grab your details. And, yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay.
So it went all right?
I'll tell you what, and it's probably worth mentioning that Tom from Studio B's not here either today.
No.
So you're doing all the behind the scenes admin as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Bhuja Lite.
And you're distracted with that artificial vagina, so it's...
I'm more fascinated, less distracted.
Sure, that's fair. Quite fitting. His hole on Hodaki.
Oh, make me over.
It's a bit of whole celebrity skin on Radio Hodaki. Bhuja Lite today. Jace isn't here. Someone just texted in, is he getting the snip?
No, he's not. Jace, unfortunately, is spending time with his daughter, who's broken her leg rather... Well, I don't suppose there's not any such thing as a good break.
No.
But on a scooter, no less.
Less in a relationship, perhaps.
Yes, we'll be talking about scooters later on. The controversy about scooters. There wasn't one of these electric ones, but I've got a few ideas on how we can improve that whole situation. Also, a bit of an election update for you. Pork scratchings making a bit of a late play for the best snack you can get on the run from a gas station or that sort of stuff when you're hungover or not. Pork scratchings, yeah. I'm into them.
Do you eat a lot of Bhuja?
With me, there's good Bhuja and bad Bhuja. There's no such thing as bad burger rings or bad rations unless they're stale, okay? But Bhuja, you can get some real bad Bhuja.
Yeah, it's kind of ironic because I hate Bhuja. Not so big on the snack either, but it's...
Text now, do you hate Bhuja? Mix, the food.
The ones with the... Who likes dried peas, for God's sake?
Yeah.
Oh, Ted Cruz one is one in Texas.
Is that good? No.
I just realised that no one actually cares. I'm just seeing what flashes up on CNN at the moment. But we are going to have some tickets to give away to Arctic Monkeys, which I think people are interested in a bit later on. And also...
I think we also may have one of these artificial vaginas to give away.
With the tickets?
No, I'll probably keep that separate for the sponsors' sake, I'd say.
That makes sense.
This is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we have a gig.
Hodaki.
As the White Stripes fell in love with a girl on Radio Hodaki, the time right now is 4:35 p.m.
Speaking of a girl, mate, just had a text here. We've been discussing the greatest snacks of all time in light of the election that's going on now. Look, just been to Hawaii and continuously snacked on spicy pork scratchings. It was amazing. That comes from Emma. You don't picture women, I don't want to be sexist here, as people that would be eating pork scratchings in a big scale.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's a weird thing.
Women eating pork scratchings?
Well, it seems to be, when I think of someone who'd be eating pork scratching, I think it's great that she does. Actually, I find it quite sexy that a woman would find pork scratchings an alluring snack, I suppose.
Okay. What are pork scratching? Is it crackling?
Yeah, like crackling, in like a little bag. Beautiful. I make my own at home.
Yeah?
Yep.
Nice.
News live in Houston thanks to Air New Zealand Grab a Seat and the latest Muse album Simulation Theory.
Oh yes, we have your chance to fly to America to see Muse live in Houston this summer, the first gig of their North American tour, thanks to Air New Zealand's Grab a Seat. Got to be caller number 7 on 0800 Hauraki, and flights, accommodation, tickets to the show of your choice could be all yours, and we'll go straight to caller number 7. Hello, Hauraki.
Hey, how you going, Radio Hauraki?
We're Hauraki.
That was me saying hello, this is Hauraki.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Who's
How
this?
you boys going today?
This is Radio Hauraki. Well, it's Lee and Jace.
Hey, mate.
Lee and Matt.
Who's this?
Threw me off.
This is Paul.
G'day, Paul.
G'day, Paul. Been
Are
to
you guys
Houston?
going to tell me I'm calling number 7?
Well, we were going to
Got
small
fingers
talk.
crossed?
We were going to pad it out in small talk for a little while, but I got thrown by calling you Hauraki, and I'm all over the show at the moment.
Is he calling number 7?
Yeah,
I think I am calling number 7.
he is.
are.
Well, it's a bit tedious going caller 1, caller 2, and just disappointing 6 people. It makes sense just going straight to the
Oh,
same caller.
you've disappointed me a fair few times during this process, guys. It's okay.
And that's nothing to do with the phones at Hauraki.
Have you ever disappointed anyone, Paul?
Oh, never.
Have you
I've heard.
ever been disappointed in yourself, Paul?
Oh, constantly.
Do you ever look in that mirror and just not like the guy staring back at you?
Yeah. We've all been there at some stage, I'm sure of it.
Most weekends, really.
So Paul's on the draw, is he?
I'm looking at my call history, and I've got 99 calls through to you guys yesterday and about 60-something calls for you guys today. I am amped for this.
What's your browser history looking like?
Pretty cruisy. I'm a graphic designer by day, so I can sit at my desk and work away and listen to you guys day in, day out. So this competition's got me excited, eh?
That's
Great
good,
stuff.
mate. You're obviously a fan. You want to head over there.
Huge Muse fan. Absolutely.
Who would you take with you?
I'd take my partner Estelle. She's listening as well at her job, and she's been flicking texts to me saying, "Oh, I missed out, or I'm on the line, or something like that." Or I
Estelle,
got
she was
caller
calling
number 2.
She was calling number 8.
Oh, no way!
Yeah.
That's great. So is there anything you want to say to Estelle on the air?
Say, yeah, keep it up. Thanks for the team effort. It'd be awesome to get her there, eh? We're both massive fans. Been listening to them for like 8 years now, eh?
Brilliant. It's the kind of fan we like.
So yeah, pass on the regards to Estelle, because she will be listening. That's cool.
Thanks,
Awesome,
mate.
guys.
Not a problem.
Great stuff, Paul. Hold there and we'll chuck you in the draw, mate.
You're a legend.
Tom Petty, we're waiting.
Bit of Tom Petty, yeah.
It's worth the waiting, wasn't it, Paul?
Oh, he's gone. Oh, he's on hold.
Still good radio.
It's the Strokes. You only live once on Radio Hauraki, 10 to 5. It's Bhuja Lite, Lee Hart and Matt Ward. Jace not here today, but the show is going on. And if anyone cares, the Republicans have held on to the Senate, I think. And then the Democrats...
And it looks like the Democrats will be taking the House, whatever the heck that means.
Yeah,
It's
no,
worse than
actually, no.
MMP, isn't it? We thought MMP was bad.
Yeah.
At least you can understand that. This is all over the show.
Imagine if Jamie Lee Ross was over there. God, it'd be even more confusing.
God's sake.
Outrageous. But are we still doing Name That Tune?
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's not something Jason normally does.
Yeah. All right, well, I try to do it justice. It's now time for Lee Hart's Name That Tune. And today, good prize if you're in Auckland. We've got tickets for you and 3 mates to go to Big Boys Toys 2018.
Yep.
It's going to be big. You can also register at hauraki.co.nz for that. And if not, we've got a Maguire's car cleaning pack.
Yeah, that's right. Don't worry if
Oh,
you're
yeah.
not in Auckland if you win it. The last 2 winners have actually been out of town. They've got this car cleaning kit, which I could do with at the moment. After, I think, was it Mania? Did something pretty weird in my car while you're away. But I'll certainly be trying to get one of those kits if there's one lying around.
It's a bit of a soilage
I don't know what he was doing in there, but I tell you what, he can do it himself. Now look, here we go.
Wasn't with one of those artificial vaginas.
That's before they came back. Now look, I want to. What I'm doing this week, I'm playing. Imagine the songs you'd see in a classic rock album. That imagine the album could be called Big Boys Toys. Songs from Big Boys Toys, that kind of stuff. The sort of Bogan's not the word.
So
at
they're
all
either
I'm trying
big,
to
they're
use.
either boyish or they're...
Boyish, that kind of rock and roll. That I did Born to Be Wild the other day. Right, sort of stuff you'd see on one of these road trip albums. Classic Big Boys Toys songs. Now here we go.
All right.
Fingernails a bit long.
You nailed that. You bloody nailed that.
Gotta cut my fingernails. If you think you know that song, you know what to do.
Give us a call, 0800 Hodaki, and could score yourself a Bhuja Hawk t-shirt.
From nzherald.co.nz. This is Hodaki News.
Kia ora, good afternoon. Laura Mabbott here with your Hodaki update. The boxer critically injured in a Christchurch charity boxing match has died. 37-year-old Kane Parsons passed away in hospital earlier today. Results are trickling in the US midterm elections. Washington Examiner reporter Anna Giratelli says at this point it's looking good for the Democrats.
But as time passes, you're likely going to see that number creep up for Democrats, and they are looking like they are going to take back the House.
And Jacinda Ardern's been checking petrol prices driving through different towns today. She says prices have dropped back a bit, but when there's still a 40-cent litre variation across the country, it's time for the Commerce Commission to investigate. That's news. And in sport, Central Districts bowler Willem Ludick has been smashed for 43 off a single over by Canterbury batsmen Joe Carter and Brett Hampton. The over featured 6 sixes, a 4 and a single, as well as 2 no balls. The Black Caps begin their one-day international series against Pakistan tonight in Abu Dhabi after a 3-0 defeat in the T20s. Play is scheduled to start from midnight. And All Blacks assistant coach Ian Foster is defending Beauden Barrett's goal kicking. Heading into this week's test, he's kicking at 66% for the season, well down on the 81% he kicked last year. Foster says all kickers miss at crucial moments. I'm Laura Mabbott. All the latest news and sport is online at nzherald.co.nz. Hodaki weather for Auckland, fine today, could be a bit of cloud around later with a low of 15 tonight. Cloudy tomorrow, some drizzle as well with a high of 22, and cloudy with rain for Friday.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up.
Now, please welcome the show for bloody good Kiwis across the country.
It's time.
Time for This is Bhuja with Lee Hart and Jason Hoyt.
It is. It certainly is kind of no Jason Hoyt today, just Lee Hart and myself. But it is currently.
Hey, he needed a break though, didn't he? He did need a break.
He did.
He was, I wouldn't say nervous breakdown was on the cards, but he needed a break and he's having one. So
He was starting to write poetry during the show, and it was a lot like what do you call it, Jack Nicholson in The Shining.
And that twitching eye,
Yeah.
that was concerning.
Yeah, it was very. What does he say in it? All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy.
Repeating the same phrase, staring at the wall.
Yeah, the old 20-foot stare and a 10-foot.
Radio will do that to you. Radio will do that.
But we did do Lee Hart's Name That Tune. Are you doing a wee recap?
Yeah, a little one.
You nailed that. I feel it's going to be off the bat. And Carlin's on the line. How's West Auckland, Carlin?
Oh, it's pretty good, thanks, Matty.
Good stuff, good stuff. You on the motorway at the moment?
No, actually just got off the motorway, so and traffic's actually not too bad, which is nice.
Oh, fantastic. So what's the plan for the
Usually
rest of the
not
day?
I'm actually going out to to go see a play that my mate's in.
Oh, right.
To where? Sorry, I missed that.
Yeah.
I'm going to a play that his mate's in.
Oh, cool.
I think Jason's doing a
Yeah.
play tonight as well. It might be the same one.
Oh, I might see that.
Can you name that tune, Carlin?
I think so. Is it Hey Joe by Jimi Hendrix?
I'll let the man himself answer that one.
Yes, it is.
Hey.
Great stuff, Carlin.
Oh, mate, thank you. Lee did a good job.
Oh, thanks, man. Gun in your hand.
All right, sweet as. Hold there, Carlin, and we'll get a Bhuja Hawk t-shirt fired out to you.
Oh, thank you.
Very auspicious prize, that one. So hold there, we'll grab your details. Just have to fade down. But keep listening because we've still got some tickets to give away to the Arctic Monkeys. They went on sale today. They're currently on sale. Double pass to their gig in March. And KFC Wheeler Chicken coming up very shortly as well.
Ooh. Someone texted in, is it Hey Jace? Hey Jace.
Here's the Chili's. Salt to squeeze on Hodaki. As the Chili's on Hodaki, 5:05. It's Bhuja Lite. Lee Hart and Matt Ward. Jason Hoyt not here today.
Is it Bhuja Lite or Bhuja Zero?
Bhuja Zero, I think.
What's better, Coke Zero or Coke?
Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Coke Zero, I think.
Well, Coke Zero then.
Wasn't there a new one? There's like a Coke nothing.
I think that's
not sure. What takes Bhuja into the negatives?
Different kind of Coke you're talking about. Look, the thing I want to talk about, Jace isn't here. His daughter had a scooter crash. Now, it wasn't one of these e-scooters around town.
The green lime ones.
Green lime scooters, e-scooters, whatever. But it does beg the question, what is the best form of transport for people just to get around town? The cheapest way to do it. I mean, obviously, buses? We're going to have these cars soon, but like e-cars where you just swipe your card, probably just jump in it. Or it might be automated, who knows? But why not? If one of those travelator things is good enough for the airport, like an escalator, like one of those things.
Yeah.
If that's good enough for the airport, some of them go for miles. If you go to, to Singapore airport and stuff, they go for miles. Why don't you just put them in the city? Why don't you just put one of those up and down Queen Street? Be cheaper than a whole system.
Couldn't people just walk?
Yeah, well, you walk down the hill, you take this thing up the hill.
But why not? Because we've got an obesity problem in New Zealand.
Yeah, but that's never been the issue. No one is not driving or anything because of obesity. If you could get to work in 10 minutes just by standing on one of these things, you'd do it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I suppose so. You're moving and you can walk at the same time. So you
you can go as fast as you want. But you can just stand there. I mean, you could probably walk down the hill, take this thing up. But if you turned a kilometre, if you did a kilometre of the stuff, it would be cheaper per metre than it would be of getting X amount of, scooters or buses or trains, whatever. The moving footpath.
I think you need to get into some sort of politics. This is very progressive of you. I don't see Phil Goff coming out with ideas like this.
It's not as good as my milk idea, but you didn't hear about that, did you?
What was the milk idea?
Oh, I'll talk about that later. But what do you think, New Zealand? Is that a good idea? The airport-style, flat, what do you call it? Travelator. In key parts of the city.
I mean, when it's raining, you probably get electrocuted to death. But
no, why? No, there'd be a cover on it. You sort of see these things in Hong Kong and stuff, on a small scale, but you could get from the centre of town, say Christchurch. There's no reason you couldn't take this from the square out to the airport.
A travelator?
Yeah, why not? 10K.
That's the kind of idea that you could probably run for office on the back of.
There you go. What do you think, New Zealand? Text 3483.
Would you vote for Lee Hart for mayor with such progressive ideas as the travelator?
There you go.
Out in the public, outside the airport. Here's Weezer on Hodaki. It's Weezer Hashpipe on Radio Hodaki. It's Bhuja, and it's a big day next March the 6th, Lee, because the Arctic Monkeys are coming to New Zealand, Spark Arena in Auckland, and big day today because tickets went on sale. General public on sale now from ticketmaster.co.nz. We've got more chances to win on the Hodaki Facebook page or hodaki.co.nz. It's an all-ages event, but we do also have a cheeky double pass to give away right now. So give us a call, 0800 Hodaki, which everyone has already done, and we'll go to a random one here. Hello, Hodaki.
Hello, Matt.
Hello, how are you?
Good, thank you very much.
Good stuff. Who's this?
Leo.
Leo, what's happening?
What's happening is I've rung, and I'm pretty sure I've got through to win 2 tickets to the Arctic Monkeys.
You're not too far off there, Leo. Are you in Auckland?
Has he won them or is he in the draw?
No, he's
won them.
Yeah, I was padding it out, but we'll just cut straight to the chase there, Leo. You've won a double pass.
Oh, awesome. Thank you very much.
You're a fan, obviously?
Yes, I am. I haven't seen them before, but I just bought tickets to Kiss today, so this makes it go a little bit easier as well.
Too right.
Good on you, mate. Good.
It's a
you
double.
obviously like your music.
Yearly. Big music fan.
Good stuff.
It's a cheeky double pass, so who do you reckon you'll go with?
Well, I don't know yet, but I'm pretty certain I'll find somebody to go with.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure people will be very keen for that one. All right, Leo.
You know what I'd do? I'd just go by myself and just keep the seat next to me free so I can spread out a bit and just relax, you know what I mean?
I think it's GA, though.
Oh, so it's down. Okay, getcha. Okay.
Well, I'd assume so. You don't really want to sit at an Arctic Monkeys concert, do you?
I would.
No, I'll certainly go with somebody.
Yeah,
All right.
fair enough, mate.
Good stuff. All right, hold there, Leo. We'll grab details and get that double pass out to you.
Cheers.
Great stuff.
Does beg the question, though, you know, how we do these things where we, when the flight's overseas and stuff?
Like Bhuja Lite.
Yeah. Maybe you just don't take anyone and you got the seats next to you free. You can spread out and sleep.
That'll be an anticlimax. We call Anna the winner and say, sorry, we've actually decided we want to get 8 hours. No, what's the flight to?
Oh, Fiji's not worth it, but say you went over to the Muse gig. There you go.
But that's only 2 seats, so you'll have someone on the end.
Well, it's still better than nothing, you know. I know it's not supposed to work that way, I know that.
All right. Well, if you're keen for some tickets to the Arctic Monkeys, ticketmaster.co.nz. Here is a new one from the Interrupters. It's She's Kerosene on Hodaki. As Talking Heads, Lady Don't Mind on Hodaki, 21 past 5. It's Lee Hart and Matt Ward. No Jace today. He'll be back in tomorrow. But it's getting into those hot, summery months, and we've got a $20,000 fishing trip to give away thanks to Marine Deals. It's going to be a cracker of a weekend. Three Kings Island, bit of a fishing mecca. Place Kiwi should know about. All the details are at hodaki.co.nz, and you can enter your wet dream fishing team, but it's from the 1st till the 5th of May next year, leaving from Manganui Harbour. Looks pretty good.
Well, hell of a deal. Speaking of fishing, goes perfectly with what you just said there. Jason and I are thinking about doing another series of Screaming Reels pretty soon, actually.
Do you need any extras in there?
I was going to ask. I know you've done a bit of, bit of boat work.
Yeah, I've got my yachtmaster, you know.
What's your fishing like, though? That's what I'm concerned about, more about your fishing. Do you know your stuff? Do you know your beaver flaps from a Kalahari sphincter mouse lure? I mean, do you know the difference? Can you jig?
Who? I was just thinking, who better to learn from than on the job?
Than the masters.
With,
yeah, okay.
With the
I mean,
masters.
that could be the theme of the new series. The masters take a young apprentice out and show them the ways of the sea.
And I could sort of show you some boating techniques, like tying a line to the anchor.
Well, we don't. Yeah, okay, but we will. Yeah, okay, we'll talk about that. But what do you think, New Zealand 3483? Should the Night Wolf come on the Screaming Reels adventure? And
I could be the skip.
Well, it could be interesting.
Got the Yachtmaster offshore.
It could be interesting.
Royal Yacht Association.
But certainly a good tie-in with that little promo you just did, isn't it?
Well, exactly. We could almost go on that as well, and you could do an it.
Maybe they should just give it to us, and we'll do a series on it.
Work with Marine Deals. That'd be good.
Yeah, there you go.
So when do you think you'd film that?
Well, I'm thinking December, January.
What's the money like?
Well, it depends, really. I mean, you got to understand, fishing's not an exact science. You don't always catch something, and we're going out there. We'll be entering a lot of the big tournaments. So a lot of it's cash tournaments, that kind of stuff. And at the weigh-in, that's where you make your money, mate.
Oh, is it like a commission type thing?
Well, this is it. I mean, if you don't catch anything, you're not going to make a lot of money. I'm not paying you as like a commercial fisherman rate.
You can't have made much on the last...
Have you seen the show?
You can't have made much on the last series, then.
Well, not from the weigh-in. We didn't know.
No.
But no, it's there you go. And obviously, we'll probably we may get overseas with that as well. Maybe do a few episodes over in Cuba.
Well, my qualification's international. If you need me.
Right. Okay. You got me thinking.
All right. Good stuff. Well, we've got some free KFC to give away. It is Wednesday after all. Jace may not be here, so but we've still got to do it. So if you're keen to win yourself some KFC and play the KFC wheel of I don't even need to finish the sentence, really. Phone lines.
I've got a really good little quote. Can I go to that first? I've just seen this on Facebook.
3 seconds.
Someone said, "A bad day with a bald head is better than a good day with a man bun."
I'd agree with that. As the Foo Fighters, the Pretender on Hodaki, 5:28. Lee Hart and Matt Ward, Jason Hoyt away today. A lot of people pro my inclusion of Screaming Reels Season 2, Lee, on the text machine.
Yeah, I might chuck it out a step further. How about, get Matt on Screaming Reels. Promise you can drive the boat, but never let him.
Oh, that's a bit brutal.
How about you, New Zealand? Would you like to be on the show? 6 episodes, a different winner, perhaps. What do you think about that?
Or you could use someone else's boat every episode.
Well, we're going to do that anyway.
Right. Okay.
But text 3483 now if you'd like to be on the show, Screaming Wheels, this summer.
Oh, this is escalating.
It's the KFC Wheel Chicken.
And it is, of course, Wednesday, so we've got to play the Wheel of Chicken, and Jacob's on the line in Auckland. How are you, Jacob?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Very well, thanks. What's going on?
Yeah, not much, just a bit of bumper to bumper.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And you haven't played the Wheel of Chicken before?
No, I'm Wheel of Chicken virgin.
Nice, that's how we like it. And but you know how it works, that's the main thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
We're going to start, of course, with a question to qualify you. Just make sure you're not like a bot or something. We need to make sure you are human. Now, to win you the right to play the KFC Wheel of Chicken, you need to answer this.
Okay.
Name the capital of Peru.
Is that the capital of Peru?
Begins with L.
Sounds like an animal.
Llama.
Did you say Lima?
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Oh, God, you're good.
Brilliant.
Imagine if you got that wrong. All right, I'm pretty good at this, Jacob, so you could really leave it to me, but nonetheless, this is how the game works. Would you like me to spin it anti-clockwise or clockwise?
Let's go for anti-clockwise today.
Anti-clockwise. And hard, medium, soft?
We'll go with a medium pace.
Medium clockwise.
Yes, sounds great.
Put a bit of spin on there as well, Justin.
It's ambitious. All right, here we go. Oh, I know how much Lee loves this part, so I'll leave it to him to tell you how much he's won, but let's just
I'll
put it
tell
this
you
way,
what,
I'm
mate.
pretty good.
I will tell you what, you have won $100 worth of KFC.
You're kidding.
$100. What's your local KFC where you live?
The old Tapatoe KFC would be the local.
Brilliant. That's probably where you're going to be redeeming this, I suppose.
Yes, I'll take it down there.
You can have a bit of a KFC party.
Yeah, we could do that. That's all I could keep for myself. We'll see what goes.
You could eat in there.
Yeah, I could. Yeah.
You could do like a kind of like in a bar, like this round's on me, but you could buy chicken for everyone.
Yeah, I'll bring a bucket out.
Well, a bit of a shout out for the Tapatoe KFC there. They can get prepared for you coming in.
Yeah, they will be needing to.
They're going to have to start limbering up. All right, hold there, Jacob. We'll grab your details and we'll get that fired out to you.
Cheers. Thank you, guys.
Bhuja with KFC's Quarter Pack. The meal for bloody good Kiwis.
As the Verve Bittersweet Symphony on Radio Hodaki, it's Bhuja minus Jace. He'll be back in tomorrow. Currently 5:41, and we're doing this.
Muse live in Houston thanks to Air New Zealand Grab a Seat and the latest Muse album Simulation Theory.
Yes, the new album is out on Friday. They've got the new song Pressure on it, and we've got a trip thanks to Air New Zealand, Air New Zealand's Grab a Seat to give away. You and a mate could be getting flights, accommodation, tickets to America to see Muse live in Houston, first stop of their North American tour.
Very popular, this little thing we're doing here. The phones just light up as soon as we even start playing any of the promo music. It just goes nuts. Who would you take?
Which caller? No, it's caller 7.
No, if you won it.
Oh, if I was going to Muse. I don't know. Do you go with the person who loves Muse, or do you go with the person who it's going to be a hell of a good time going to Houston with?
I think the latter, really.
Yeah, it would be the latter, I think.
Be no shortage of people at the gig that love Muse.
Exactly. So I'm not sure. Probably a mate, I suppose. Who would you take?
Oh, I was going to take you, but that's all right. You.
Well, yeah, I consider you a mate. That's who.
Yeah,
obviously, naturally.
So sometimes you don't have to look too far for the right answer here, but that's all right. Let's find out who this guy might take.
Oh, all right.
Or girl.
Caller number 7, come in.
Hello.
Hello. Who's this?
James.
How you going, James? You there?
Yeah, mate. I'm shit hot. Let's go.
You have to speak up a little bit, buddy. You're breaking up, Houston.
Oh, shit. I'm almost at the top of the hill, don't worry.
Okay, mate.
Where are you? In a rural area?
Yeah, I'm 94.
Okay, mate.
Lee take that
That's
one.
cool. Now, look, are you a big fan? Obviously, have you been to Houston before?
No, I haven't. No, I have not actually.
Well, not lately, anyway.
Have you been to the States?
No, I've been to Auckland and I've been to Wellington, and that sounds pretty cool. But Houston sounds cool too.
I'll tell you what, mate. You sound like the perfect winner. Should you win this?
Do you have a criminal record? Because they won't let you in if you have one of those.
I don't want to talk about that on the radio, but
Okay.
I'm not too bad. I think.
Oh,
I think
we have some pretty good people here. We can normally sort of wipe over that kind of stuff.
yeah. It's nothing too bad.
Otherwise, I wouldn't be working here.
Who would you take with you?
It's next year, isn't it?
Maybe the beginning of
Yeah.
Well, man, I might have a girlfriend by then. You never know. I might take her.
There's that optimism.
Tell you what, mate. Stay on the line. Get your details, or we'll get a stick you in the jaw.
Beauty. Cheers, fellas.
Oh, how good.
Bloody good.
I played Hendrix earlier.
You did?
Jimi Hendrix.
Here's Jimi Hendrix, Purple Haze on Hodaki. As presidents of the USA lump on Radio Hodaki, quite fitting that being the artists there, because we were just talking about the president of the USA, Lee.
Well, we're just talking the fact that, not that most of our listeners really care about the American politics, I don't certainly, but I just love the drama that surrounds Trump, and now that's going to continue because I like the idea that his tax returns are going to come out. Well, he could be doing good things over that. As I say, I don't really care, but that's going to be funny if they come out and he's humiliated. How he handles it is what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, not well, probably. The American political system, not the easiest to understand, but basically the Democrats have regained control of the House of Representatives, which is one of the chambers of Congress, the other one being the Senate, not to confuse it. But apparently, if they've taken control of the House, that means they can start subpoenaing things like his tax returns and what's actually going on with his businesses. And Russian things.
And even if it shows that he's just not as loaded as he makes out he is, that's great because he's just such a blow-ass.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we've got time for these sort of top tips.
Oh yeah. Do you want the sting?
Yeah, might as well give a bit of a sting.
All right, there we go.
Jason Lee's top tips.
Now this is a bit of a tip for around the home. Maybe someone that's in a relationship, in a couple, or it could be family sort of situation. You're busy. I work from home quite a lot.
Like a polygamous relationship.
Well, not just someone who's with a partner, and often your partner can come home and none of the dishes are done, or the things like this. So a lot of people out there will have a dishwasher. Okay, dishwashing machine. What you can do, the dishwasher's loaded, the cycle's finished. Okay, you're at home. It's about 5:30. And your wife or partner's just about to walk in, you didn't have time to unload that dishwasher and put everything where it should be. Plus, you probably don't want to. The easiest thing to do, just as she's coming in, just press start again. Okay? Just send it on another cycle. Okay, she's going to walk in, hear the dishwasher going, thinking, good on him. He's obviously unloaded it already and reloaded it, and now it's doing a different cycle. This guy's onto it. Works the same with the washing machine. Rather than take the washing out, put it in the dryer out on the line, just start the cycle from the start.
So she put it on in the first place?
Yeah, but she's not going to think that. She's not going to think anyone's stupid enough to just put a washing machine or a dishwasher through the same cycle again when it's really clean. She's going to think this guy, not only has he unloaded the dishwasher and put all the stuff back in the shelves, he's done another load and he started that off. So what she'll do, she'll go, well, it's my turn. Who's going to unload the dishwasher? She will. When that cycle finishes, she'll go over, unload that and go, God, he's been so good lately. About time I did some stuff around the house.
Would it mind to not start wondering sort of how in the last 2 hours you created a dishwasher load full of dishes?
Well, she won't know what's in there until she goes to unload it, you see, because you might just be 4 plates in there.
Oh, I get you.
She won't know until she opens it and she sees all the stuff that she, but she may not click onto that, you see. Well, you could give her a hand. You go,
why would she not?
I'll give you a hand of that, love.
Why would she not click onto it?
Well, because it could be a whole new cycle.
Right, it's not like a sexist thing.
No. But see, it's just simple stuff like this. I'm not saying you should do this all the time, but look, we're short of time sometimes. This is a great, time-efficient way of pulling your weight round the home.
Without pulling your weight?
Technically, yeah.
It's brilliant.
Simple.
There you go.
I don't do it all the time, because, but occasionally I did it today, put it that way. Very handy.
Hopefully she's not listening, otherwise it'd undo the whole...
Well, I know she's not listening because I rang her and I knew where she was, so that's why I thought I could do this.
God, you're good.
I know. Very good.
Bhuja with KFC. Got dinner sorted? Pick up a quarter pack on your way home. The Matt and Jerry Show with Boundary Road Brewery.
Listeners will remember party pills.
The grin?
Oh, the hangover. Oh my God. And the anxiety, the feeling in your stomach. You felt like you'd murdered someone.
Those things were pretty intense. Like, do you remember the bomb?
Yep.
All your hair would start tingling. Every hair in your head would start tingling. You'd be up all night. Terrible anxiety. Phenomenal stuff. Bring back the bomb. Bring back the grin.
Matt Heath and Jeremy Wells for breakfast. Weekdays at 6 and 24/7 on iHeartRadio. This is Bhuja with Lee Hart.
It certainly is Bhuja, but it's Lee Hart and Matt Ward today. Jason Hoyt not here. His daughter had a bit of a scooter incident.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But he'll be back in tomorrow. But you won't be back in tomorrow. There's a lot of hot bunking going on at the moment.
Yeah, well, you never know. I might be back. You never know. But let's a bit more some of these election results coming through here. Remember CCs?
Yeah.
Chips? CCs are popular.
It took me way too long to realise that stood for corn chips.
I still didn't realise that. Is that right?
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Okay. Doritos are popular at the moment. You don't really see CCs anymore, do you?
CCs have sort of...
CCs are gone.
Slipped off the radar, haven't they?
The cheese CCs, there was a spicy one, I believe.
Yeah. But the Dorito, the tangy's bloody good,
barbecue.
Isn't it? But tangy barbecue? Tangy something.
There is a spicy one.
I think it's the purple bag.
They're very good.
Very good.
Pork scratchings, still holding high and coming in at about third at the moment. It's amazing.
Popular with the male vote, you were saying?
I might try and get in the pork scratching business.
See, could that catch on? It's gone kind of go mainstream like beef jerky has.
Well, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm wondering if maybe with my Hellers associations, I could maybe get hold of a lot of the stuff I need and go into the pork scratching business on the side. A bit of a side thing.
Side project. So a pork scratching's kind of like the beef jerky of the pig.
Yeah, but I think it takes less to make it, really. I think you just kind of fan baking or, just really heating up.
Drying out
fat.
It could be, that'd be easy just to do at home.
Well, that's probably where I'll start it. Like a home-based operation.
Well, you could buy a crematorium and just sort of tone it down a little bit and just put all the scratchings in there, and it's like like an industrial scratching.
Well, you'd have to eventually if you're going to make any sort of money out of it. But I just like the idea of those little bags that you get, in bottle stores and gas stations with pork scratchings on them, and just having my face on that.
That Lee Hart's pork scratchings.
Yeah. Flavoured. I just done something about that.
It'd be pretty easy though. I'm thinking the crematorium. You could go industrial. You could go commercial overnight.
Yeah, you have to go commercial for sure. What's coming up?
I was hoping you'd tell me.
Someone's texted in, what's the difference between chinos and slacks? Well, they're both pants, of course. Chinos are a fine cotton pant that tend to be a bit tighter.
It's Cage the Elephant. Come a little closer on Radio Hodaki. Bhuja minus Jace. He's back in tomorrow. And just got a text in, Lee, saying, damn straight, Michelle Obama should run for president, play some punk rock. Not too sure if those two...
Did we mention Michelle Obama running for president?
No, and we didn't mention punk rock either, but...
I think she would probably do well, though. It's weird you can't run again, isn't it? Even after you've term and even 2 terms later, you can't run again as president.
Why wouldn't you if you're that popular?
I think someone did it. I think Roosevelt, the first one, I think he did it.
Was he more than one Roosevelt?
Yeah, they were actually cousins, though. They weren't actually second cousins even.
Teddy was the more famous one?
Teddy was the Theodore. He was the one on Rushmore, Mount Rushmore.
Was he the one in the wheelchair?
No, that was the World War II one. The first one, Teddy Roosevelt, I think he did end up coming back for like a third after 5 years after the war, World War I or something. So something weird there, but
because Churchill did that as well, didn't he?
Yeah, but they can do that.
Yeah,
in England you can do it.
You can just keep going, can't you?
Yeah, that's right. You've got all the facts here on Bhuja. Any questions? It's not too late to get them in before the end of the show. If not, we could probably answer them tomorrow.
And any questions around the 2 chambers of Congress, the House or the Senate or the presidency, message Lee and he'll answer those off here because it's boring as hell, really. And no one really understands it.
I run with the same thing, but this is the dishwasher chat. No tablet, no everything. They never do.
Did you know that if you put chia seeds in a smoothie or something, and then you put that, like the magic bullet container thing,
NutriBullet?
the NutriBullet, the thing you do, you hold it in the container. If you put that in the dishwasher with chia seeds in it, they'll start sprouting if you leave it there till it's for a couple of days.
And that would be a good thing to do?
No, I just noticed this morning that it did that.
Oh, okay.
Because I was waiting for the dishwasher to be full, and it's actually been there for about 24 hours, and it started sprouting.
Right, the chia seeds. So technically you'd get more chia seeds?
I don't know whether it's like a strange... I don't know.
Okay, coming up on the show, you've seen that show Naked and Afraid?
Yes.
I'm quite keen to make a series of that in New Zealand. Looking for people to go naked and try and survive in the wilderness. Text 483 if you're keen to be a part of that.
Might pass it.
And why?
Yeah. Here's a bit of Soundgarden. Spoonman on Hodaki. As Soundgarden Spoonman on Radio Hodaki. Bhuja. No, JC's back in tomorrow. Just Lee Hart and myself.
I just heard from Jace. Apparently it went pretty good with his daughter. She's got a broken leg. Bad fracture, but they're fixing it. Might be a couple of pins in there or something, which is never pretty, but all the best with that. We'll check up again after the show, make sure everything's good.
Have you been partaking in Guy Fawkes, Lee?
No, I forgot. It seemed, is it just me, or was it a bit of a non-event this year?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I got home and our neighbours have sort of got small children, and they were letting them off at about 8 p.m, but it was still light, so it didn't really work.
Yeah, I was in Christchurch actually, staying with my parents, and I couldn't sleep at all because, November the 5th, wasn't it? The next door neighbours were just going for it.
With fireworks? Or?
No fireworks. Just next door. I was expecting to be kept awake all night with fireworks, but no, the neighbours they've only just moved in.
Right.
And they were at it all night. I would have preferred fireworks, to be honest. At least you know what to expect with that. You know, it's the kind of consistent, the whistling and that sparking noise, you know.
And you know that it'll be over in at least 30 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, but it was kind of weird. You know, I didn't expect that, because they've only got neighbours on one side now because of the earthquakes. The other house is gone now. So, I was kind of isolated. But, yeah, that kind of kept me up. There were fireworks initially.
Up as in awake.
Well, yeah. Well, that. And initially I was awakened by fireworks of the true sense, and then that kicked off.
And then then just the throes of passion.
Yeah, but what I've noticed, like normally where I live, there's a lot of sales and that going on. Do they have to stop selling now? The fireworks, has it stopped?
I don't know. I'm sure illegally you can grab them whenever you want.
I don't know. Even my kids didn't seem that fussed about it this year. They normally want to get a whole lot of fireworks and stuff, and we normally get a whole lot and store them under the house next to the petrol and all that for the lawnmower. But this year they weren't fussed.
Benny will be happy then.
He was deaf. He doesn't really care.
Oh right. He's a pretty chilled dog, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
He certainly is. Here's Fat Freddy's Drop Trickle Down on Hodaki. As David Bowie Fashion on Radio Hodaki. Bhuja minus JC's back in tomorrow. And it's getting to that time of year, Lee, Christmassy type things. You haven't got your tree up yet, surely?
Well, no, I'm not at that stage yet. Well, it's starting to cross my mind. I've been doing a bit of video work for some people regarding TV, what do you call it, Christmas and stuff. So it's, it's starting to certainly become an issue. But it was just flat out this week. I mean, last night I was at a martial arts class.
You were partaking in the class,
which was weird. I wasn't supposed to be. This is something my wife booked me in for. So I sort of showed up, thinking, this would be good for us. But I actually read it wrong. It was actually a marital class I was supposed to go to. So she was expecting to go to this marital class where we discuss any issues we may be having. Not that we're having a hell of a lot. But I got it wrong and showed up at a martial arts class. So she was at this marital guidance class, and I was down the road at this sort of martial arts class getting some sort of jiu-jitsu kind of training.
That's better than you turning up to the marital class in like white robes and a black belt, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly, they'd probably start there.
Well, there you go. So I'm not sure if I'll do that again tonight, but...
the martial arts or the marital?
Well, that's it. I don't know. I quite enjoyed the martial arts class. So I might try and talk her into coming along to that.
Get her in the
As
white
long as we're
robe.
doing something together. That's the main thing.
Well, you don't really want to be doing martial arts against each other, do you?
Well, you don't really want to be doing a marital class by yourself either. So it defeats the purpose of it.
Yeah.
The two of you really need to be there.
Yeah, and I doubt doing jiu-jitsu against each other will help the marital.
Well, you never
side
know.
of
It could get kinky, that sort of stuff.
There's an image. As a new one from Imagine Dragons, Natural on Radio Hodaki. Bhuja minus Jace, he's back in tomorrow.
Yep. Now, what are you doing for dinner?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't actually know. I'll probably find some horrendous concoction around the Victoria Street area since I'm on till 10 p.m, you know. Bloody grafter. I might just sleep under the desk and do breakfast with Matt and Jerry tomorrow morning if they want me to. I might just do
Well, it'll be the
midnight.
first time. It'll be the first time.
Oh, I slept under the desk.
Well, you know, I would actually stay here quite a lot, I think, if I was doing that. And go right through.
Yeah. Well, if you did the breakfast show, you would, wouldn't you?
Well, they should. I've talked about it before. They should set up a proper room for us. I'll tell you what I'll be doing if I was in Christchurch, though. If I was in Christchurch tonight, it is Wednesday, right?
Certainly is.
I would be going to the Horse and Jockey pub. The Horse and Jockey, of course, sort of upper Riccarton way. It certainly is good, mate. It's going off there. And guess what? Wakachangi Wednesdays they're having there.
Really?
Special Wakachangi deals.
What does
you
that
know,
get
it's
you?
all happening down there. God, I wish I was down there.
What does a Wacky Changy
Well-
Wednesday get you? There must be some sort of deal going.
Well, it's obviously well-priced Wakachangis. I think there's all sorts of entertainment happening. Anyone who's anyone in Christchurch should be down at the Horse and Jockey on Wakachangi Wednesdays at the Horse and Jockey.
It's quite a good coincidence that they did it on a Wednesday because there's a bit of alliteration there. Wakachangi Wednesday.
I think maybe that's probably what they
That's
did.
why they right now. I get you.
That's probably what they did. But yeah, well, I might go out for dinner somewhere tonight, just somewhere casual, you know, with the family.
Yeah.
Try and, you know.
Is the Wakachangi Go app still going?
Oh yeah, it's certainly going good. Doesn't work so well now because it was mainly for bottle stores, but a lot of bottle stores have it now, so it doesn't really work. But you could find the Horse and Jockey on there, I'm sure.
Can you zoom right out to Australia now?
Yep.
And it shows you where it is?
Yep. It's going okay in Aussie. It's going okay.
What's the next step? China?
Well, we're going to take on Lime Breweries. You're going to
buy Lime Breweries?
Yeah.
Why don't you just go all out and buy Heineken? Then just stop making it.
Well, it's complicated. So I think we're going to try and have some negotiations with Lion early next week to do like a takeover of their New Zealand operations. So that'll probably be called. Well, it'll still be called Wakachangi, but all the Lion beers will be coming underneath us, under one big umbrella, which will be good. I like a lot of their beers.
Jeez. You won't be doing radio for long.
It's called
after that,
Wakachangi Stein Lager Classic. You know?
Wacka Lager Classic. Yeah.
Imagine.
KFC presents Bhuja, the three-piece quarter pack of New Zealand radio.
Radio Hauraki. Well, that brings Bhuja Lite to a conclusion for
Bhuja Zero.
Bhuja Zero. Negative Bhuja today.
No, it was a good show. Good show.
Not bad,
Good
actually.
show.
Sans Jason Hoyt. He will be back tomorrow. Will you be back tomorrow?
Reminds me of the Japanese All Black team. You know, not the Japanese All Black team, the All Black team that played the Japanese. Still a great team.
Yeah.
Still a great team. Still worked.
What are they? What was that? Second string, third string team?
It doesn't matter. Still a lot of points on the board, and you know they did well, and it was good for the future.
The worst part about that game was the fact that I had money on Dane Coles scoring the first try. He was paying about $14, but they got that stupid charge down at the beginning.
Was he paying? I didn't think he'd be paying that much, to be honest.
Yeah, he was.
Right? Is he going to play this weekend?
He must be going.
He's
over.
available, so I wonder if he'll start. That's what I'm. That's
They
what
must
I'm
be
asking.
flying him over. He'd be on the bench.
Oh, he's there, ready to go. He's been in training. It's just whether he starts or not.
Right. Yeah. Well, I suppose they release the team tomorrow, will they?
Yeah, must be getting close to it. Look, Jace will be back tomorrow, of course. As I say, he had a few issues today, a bit of drama, but nothing major. It's all sorted. He'll be back tomorrow. I may not be here tomorrow. I'm getting a reverse vasectomy.
Right. You're going to start trying again.
No. But and then so I may be here, I may not. We'll just see how we go.
Okay, well I'll be here, and
definitely be here.
Well, I'm not even leaving now, so this is more just like this is hardly a conclusion, really. You're just leaving, and I'm going to keep.
I might be going out of town. I might be heading down to sort of Nelson Blenheim way to try and,
This is a bit of a stitch-up, actually. I've just realised I have to stay here till 10. And then I've got to do this again tomorrow, but with Jace.
I don't want to give too much away, but Wacky Jangy is trying to buy Line Brews at the moment.
Right.
It's just in negotiations, trying to find the right price point, and they're playing hard to get, but we'll get the right price, and we'll take them over in the next few months, I suppose. But watch this space.
Well, best of luck with that. I'm sticking around till 10, so if you're keen to go on the draw to see Muse in Houston, give me a call.
I've had actually had a couple now. I might just stick around.
You want to keep going?
Well, I won't keep going, but I'll stick around.
Right, so I'll do the talking, but you'll just keep.
Yeah, I'll just watch it.
You're like my drinking buddy.
Have a few beers.
I'm okay with that.
Nice.
All right.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
It's love.